Still to come this morning, National Ballroom Treasures. Anton Beke and Erin Boag will be waltzing their way into the studio. They've got a new tour very shortly. We're going to be talking all about that. And, of course, Strictly, the new lineup. Kate's going to be announced very soon. Who's going to make the cut? Maybe we can get the inside track from one of you.
Well, I mean, they're always good at giving away secrets, aren't
Yes.
they, those two? Now that he's a judge, we'll see if he, he's still as charming. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV.
Honestly, come into the studio and they've not stopped talking. The King and Queen of Ballroom, it says there. The King and Queen of Chat.
True, then.
That's they are.
Anton, I was just saying, Anton has been re-watching some old footage of us dancing together, and your verdict is...
You were undermarked.
Undermarked.
Undermarked. Greatly undermarked. You were tremendous. Head of your time.
Head of my time.
Head of your time.
I know.
We should have done it now. We should have done it together now. Look at that chest out.
So can I just say, has the standard gone down then?
No, look
over
at
the years.
look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, look at you.
Look at
in our day, we weren't allowed tricks and whistles, were
proper
we?
dancing in our day, wasn't it?
It was. You weren't allowed to be... I could have been flown in, I could have been helicoptered in, anything to distract from the footwork, let's be honest.
Your footwork was remarkable. Did you just see that?
But there you go.
Very, very good. Pivoting round and in that position at the end, holding still, in balance, like you knew what you were doing.
Erin's alongside him as well.
Well done,
Erin, how do you put up... Is there... Because when Anton comes in, he's sort of a bit of a whirlwind of chat and enthusiasm.
All the time.
And
so excited about that.
How do you get anything done ever? The two of you are about to go on tour.
Well, I normally just ignore him and let him get on. He's been the same for 25 years. Actually, since the day I met you. Always. Since he walks through the door, you can always hear him before you see him. But it's always like this. It's fun.
What were your first impressions of him as a dancer? Did you think, like, this is a relationship, this is a dance partner I can work with for 25 years? Or was it kind of like, this is never going to work?
No, well, I was hoping it would. It's worked for 25 years. It's because we're not married, we can go home separate ways at the end of the day. But, I mean, it's fun. It's fun. And the good thing is, actually, when we're on tour and we're dancing around, two things. I never know what he's going to say to the audience, so... It's always great fun.
He doesn't either, by the way.
But sometimes I don't actually know the choreography he's doing either. It's always different every night.
Short-term memory loss,
It's different every night.
Now, what do you make of Anton having a seat on the judges' panel, which we all think has... It's been a long time coming, and at last.
It's been a very long time coming, and it's fabulous. Fabulous news, and I'm so glad that you're there. If they had given that position to anybody else, it would have been so wrong. But so qualified to be there, because I think because obviously you know what you're doing, you know what the dancers are going through, you know what the celebrities are going through. So it's a really nice thing, and I think the whole nation wants you there.
Oh. You were very charming last time when you were sort of keeping the chair warm a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you going to turn ugly time round?
Oh, don't. Probably not, actually, because I think there's enough of that down the other end of the table. So I shall be empathetic, I think. Well, I just know you know what it's like. It's very different from if you haven't done it. I mean, you can speak about it through absolute experience of standing there when Alan Dedicoat goes and dancing the waltz, and your legs go numb.
Absolutely.
Of course, you wouldn't understand it.
My legs are numb, though.
You haven't done it yet.
He's actually given himself an injury just
to
avoid doing it this year.
No, my leg's gone. My leg's gone. I'll have to pick.
Yeah, ruptured my ACL. Just around the time that they were casting the new series of Strictly. It was perfect timing. Steph, who does all the casting, she contacted me. Have you done this on purpose?
We all know the truth.
But are you going to do any dancing? Because you've danced in every series.
Every series, yeah.
I mean, will there be some group dances that you might do? Are you going to do something with the judges?
Well, avoid them, probably. Traditionally, the judges don't get involved in the group
but you're not
unless
a traditional
it's sort of like a Halloween thing or something like that. I would be hugely disappointed if I wasn't able to do something. Maybe if somebody comes in and does a turn, a song or something, I could grab one of the girls and we could have a bit of a dance. I'd love that. This is the thing I'm going to miss the most, and I know all the pros are getting into the studio now with choreographers putting the group dance together, and I'm already feeling a little bit bereft of that.
Is it going to be one of those things, well, like when you get promoted at work, where you have to sit on a different table now?
Suddenly they stop talking.
Do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Can't mix with them now.
Can't mix.
No, I'm going to be terrible. I've had the option of mixing with all them or mixing with the judges. I mean, not much of it.
It's been a number... How long is it since you did it, Erin?
7 years.
7 years since you became a mum.
Yeah.
So you've had your hands full elsewhere.
I have.
But that initial... I mean, Anton's role has changed within the programme, but it's such an important part of your life for up till 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Is it hard to let it go initially? Do you still watch it now, or are you kind of like...
Of course I still watch it. And, you know, I go on It Takes Two when they ask me to come in, and it is a big part of your life. And when you're in it, you have to give absolutely everything for those 5 months. And you make some great relationships with your dance partners that you never forget, and you have such great times. It is hard to step away, but being a mum, I couldn't do it all.
Yeah.
And because
physically, I'm sure you could.
No, well, not the physical side. It's the going away for 5 months, because as a professional, you have to go to and live where your partner is at that time. So I was always away, and I couldn't do that with a small child at home. So I had to make that choice. But we still go on tour. We still do a lot of work together. It's just strictly that
chunky commitment.
Yeah.
What does he know about your dancing on Strictly? Obviously, he's seen you on tour. What does he make of it?
Oh, he thinks it's fabulous.
Does he?
Yeah. There was a time where I'll tell you the honest here, he broke down in the back of the car. Are you really a dancer, Mummy? Because my friends, they're all doctors, their parents. So I do. But, of course, he didn't get it.
Son's home middle class.
He didn't get it. But he loves it. And he does a bit of street dance himself. He doesn't do ballroom dancing, but he does street dance, yeah.
Has he got skills?
Sorry?
Has he got
We should
skills?
do that, you and I.
Yeah.
You look really cool. Yeah.
I think he's already done some break dancing. That's part of the problem,
That's how I hurt my leg. So he's got a little bit of street dance in him.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to sort of nudge him towards a bit of ballroom at home? Have you gone, let me teach you a little bit of waltz or...
I have, yes. But I don't want to take him down that route yet. He's got other interests, and I'm just hoping to go with those, like piano and swimming and tennis and stuff like that. But he comes with us to the theatre, and he comes and watches us dance, and he absolutely loves it.
Oh. It's wonderful. And how about your twins? Who are getting bigger by the second.
Well, four and a half now. I mean, they're sprouting up. It's unbelievable, really. They are. It's just the most wonderful thing in the world. I love it. Beyond anything else ever. I could have 100 of them.
I can remember having a conversation with you when you said, I don't think I'll be a dad. Because Darcy was very, very little.
Yeah.
Said, I think it may be, you know, because of the job, because maybe the moment's gone. And I said, you'll be amazing at it. And I'm so glad that it happened.
It wasn't a thing for a number of years that I thought about. It wasn't, I didn't have this burning sort of desire to have children. I must have children. And then I got to a moment I went, actually...
Let's do this.
Yeah, and of course Hannah, wonderful and an incredible mum. And I knew immediately that this was the one, you know, this was the person I wanted to have children with. So... and it's been just the most incredible thing. They're just a bit young to come along to a theatre and watch us dance.
They'll come and watch the rehearsals, though, I'm sure.
But it's lovely because they want to get involved, of course, you know, which is great, and then which is the loveliest thing. And they love dancing. And
do they? Have they got skill? Do you do a few lifts?
No. But we do the whole shooting match. We do a lot of naked dancing.
Do you?
Yeah, love naked dancing.
Do you?
Of course, you know, put the Alexa on and away we go. And it's all freestyle. I love it.
Do you naked dance?
Yeah, of course. I get right involved. Oh, yeah. Around the kitchen.
That's one of the online classes you've been doing, though.
No, I've tended not to do that for the online class, not certainly before 9 o'clock. And
that's one for the new year.
That's one for the new year.
So the tour, Erin, the tour starts in January, the two of you.
Yes.
What is it going to be? Classic Anton and Erin sort of star? What can people expect?
Well, it's a huge dance show. We've got... What we pride ourselves in, too, is that we take a 23-piece orchestra, so we take our live music with us. We've got lots of iconic pieces this year, and Fred and Ginger style. Oh, here's the piece now. Look at that. We have live singers, we have fabulous dancers, and, of course, we have the wonderful costumes, and I'm so lucky to wear so many. We actually have a truck that takes all our costumes with us.
Big old production.
I think it's the biggest touring production in the UK.
Is that right?
Yeah, because we have, as I say, we've got that 23, 25-piece orchestra.
You've got to get all your hair pieces in.
Got to get the gear in. the barnet's got to go in, the full shooting match. Well, look, the ego's got to travel separately. You couldn't have that together.
Talking of big old shows, we have some breaking news on the Olympics. Is it all right to deliver that to the nation?
It is quite large.
It is a big event. It's a big old event.
It's going quite well as well, isn't it?
It's going really well. Yeah. This is more good news.
Lovely to see you both. Thank you for popping
in.
in. And good luck with the new series. I'm sure we'll be talking to you at some point and with the tour as well.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.